Hi, I'm Dr. Mora, naturopathic doctor. Here today to talk to you a little bit more about the treatment of leaky gut. As we talked about in the last video, we naturopaths use what's called the 4R approach from start to finish of treating any kind of digestive issue. The 4R's stand for remove, reinoculate, repair, and restore. So today we're going to talk about the last two, repair and restore. So let's talk about the third R in the 4R approach, which is repair the gut lining. This step is essential for any complete healing of any digestive issue. So you remember we talked about those tight junctions that form the impermeable barrier along the small intestine. And unless that skin is actually healed, it's actually a wound in the lining of the digestive tract, then you're going to continue to have issues of leaky gut. So there are two ways in which two sort of modes of action that we use to help repair the lining of the gut. One is with herbs and nutrients and amino acids, and the second one is with diet. So let's talk about the first approach. So herbs and amino acids are really fantastic for helping heal the lining of the gut. My favorite amino acid is L-glutamine. The cells of the colon actually uptake L-glutamine to help repair and rebuild cells of the colon, which are constantly turning over. We also use a lot of different herbs. Two that I'll name are slippery elm and marshmallow. Oftentimes we'll put that in powder form or tincture form, and it's incredibly wound healing. Speaking of wound healing, antioxidants are fantastic to help wound healing, and this leaky gut is actually something we can consider a wound. So we use a lot of vitamin A and E in our mixtures to help with leaky gut repair. Finally, we use quercetin. Quercetin has been shown in studies to be incredibly quick at healing tight junctions, so oftentimes we'll throw that into the mix. And I can never forget fish oil, which is a lovely anti-inflammatory and will help combat any inflammation that's lingering in the intestine as we try to heal. Remember, inflammation is sort of the opposite of healing. So any lingering inflammation is going to create an issue as we try to repair the gut lining. Diet is key too. A few points to that. So we just talked about inflammation. It's really important to avoid your food sensitivities when we're in the stage of gut healing, because food sensitivities again are going to sort of ignite the immune system in the gut, and that's associated with also the inflammatory process. So whole unprocessed foods that are easier to digest. We also recommend taking breaks in between meals, 4 or 5 hours. An extended period of time overnight gives the gut a time to rest and repair. Really important. The last thing we really do recommend is bone broth. So bone broths have a lot of nice collagens like proline, all of these amino acids that the gut uses to repair that tissue. So bone broths are a great thing to include at about a cup a day. They're easy to make and can really speed along that gut healing process. So the fourth R is to restore. And what that means is to restore digestive function. A lot of people have very low ability to digest food. And you'll notice that if you feel sometimes that food is sort of sitting in your stomach or your intestine undigested. And we can actually see this on stool testing, that people have low pancreatic elastase, which is one of the primary markers of digestive function. People who have been on long-term proton pump inhibitors or people who don't have a gallbladder will oftentimes not digest their food appropriately. So we need to get a good digestive enzyme in there. So there's all different kinds of digestive enzymes, including broad spectrum digestive enzymes, plant-based, some are animal-based. Sometimes we use bile acids, especially people without gallbladders, to help digest fat. Hydrochloric acid is another one we use in people who have reflux issues or SIBO issues. And again, if you're not digesting food appropriately, this is all going to feed into that leaky gut syndrome. So getting a good digestive enzyme on board is essential, and your naturopath can advise you on that.